30 seconds. Sorry, it's all
That's all right, no problem.
yeah, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, you ready?
Ian, first win, that's the most pleasing thing.
Yes, yeah, I thought the boys were tremendous. We started the game really, really well, and we dipped in and out. Obviously, the tempo died a little bit and let them back in, but we just played in areas today. It wasn't pretty, but the pitch don't allow you to be pretty. So I must take me out off. The boys were superb in putting the ball in the right areas.
When you actually get down and see the service, you can see why it's not pretty.
No, I know, and it's a shame really, because we've got some good ball players. But it was I said in there, I said you got to find ways to win games, and everyone would like to play pretty football and pass the ball out from the back and do this, but you got to look at the conditions and the surfaces and find a way of winning. And I think the boys found a way of winning today.
It obviously prevented the quality side of it, but what you demanded was the effort, which you certainly got.
Yes, yeah, you can't fault their effort, which is pleasing because I thought we surrendered quite easily last week, and that's not what we've got to be. We've got to be a side that goes 100% all the time for 95 minutes, and we'll get there. We'll definitely get there. The fitness levels will go, and we'll definitely get there. But it was pleasing. I'm pleased for the players. The players deserve all the credit.
Best possible start, of course, getting one so early.
Yes, yeah, it was good. Don't know how it went in, to be fair. There was a lot of bodies in the way of the keeper. I think it was a little bit unsighted, but it was a good little work, good move down this right hand side, good ball into the box and a good swivel. So no, pleasing.
And certainly in that first half, that's where a lot of the danger came from this right hand side.
Yeah, we had a lot of joy down here, but again it was just playing in areas, and Z got one-on-one with his player. Sean McWilliams come into that area as well, so it was pleasing because we used the conditions the best we could.
And then Tom, as a central defender, we know his strengths. You know, he weighs in with a number of goals, but he timed that perfectly.
Yeah, it was a great ball in by Michael. Superb weight on the pass, on the cross, and he timed it to perfection. And once you get the timing right and the runs right, you know, they're hard to stop goals going in.
You made changes, obviously. You know, players have left, some have come in.
Yes.
Young Chris Ward looked very comfortable at left back.
I thought he was superb. I watched him in the week, and I must say this club is in good stead. There's 3 or 4 in there that could easily come into this group, and they will do. They'll get their chance before the end of the season. And Chris was superb today. He really was, and he's set his stall out now. That's the level that he's got to keep. And for his first game in a long time, I didn't think he'd been away that long.
And then we have Keegan on loan. He looked assured in midfield and seemed to have plenty of time.
Yeah, he's got good legs, Keegan, and it'll be an asset to us to the end of the season. We've got to have legs and mobility in there, and he surely brings that along with Sean McWilliams as well. That I thought they'd done well, and with Michael just patrolling them and keeping them and talking to them, he used his experience well today, Michael, as well.
Will you continue to tinker with the squad just to give people the opportunity there?
Yeah, I mean we've got 9 games now, but I'm going to look at everyone. We might change the formation a little bit to fit the right people in, but we've got games. I mean, this is all building up for next year. I mean, we've got to be right when we first kick off on the 12th of August next year. So it's going to be important that I look at everyone, especially from the reserves into the first team. I'm going to push a lot of them and train with us on a Thursday night. To see what they were about, because it's encouraging what we've got at this football club. It really is.
You've also got a Senior Cup semi-final to come up.
Yes.
With as well, and yeah. Norwich United, their game was off, so I know they were watching.
Oh, were they watching today? Were they? Yeah. Well, funny enough, we was going to go and watch them today, so no, I don't blame them. That's an interesting game. I know they've got some good players. I've heard about them, and it'd be a good test for us.
But after today, I mean, you feel a lot more happier and confident than you did after Saturday?
Well, I'm pleased for the boys because it's all about players. Players play the game, and I think they responded really, really well. A good side always finds ways to win, and they've done that today, and full credit to them.
Ian, I mean, you touched on the surrender last week. I mean, what did you do differently to get the players just go that extra mile today, really, for you?
Well, they've done it themselves. It was the energy levels were a lot higher. We played a lot more on the front foot. We played in areas that we didn't play in last week. We played a lot in front of people, and that's my fault because I asked them to do it. Because the surface weren't a bad surface at Hitchin. But today we played in behind teams and we squeezed up and we caused them problems, which was credit to the boys in there.
And I mean, how much of a lift do you think that'll give people like young Chris Ward, who you've brought in today, and the other players around him as well?
Well, there's got to be a pathway into the first team through the youth, through the reserves, and that's what I want to create here. We've got to create, and we've got to get these young boys and these local boys into the first team squad, and then when they can go, then it's up to them. We'll give them the platform. It's up to them to perform, and it'll be only good for this town. It really will be.
It sounds as though you're not frightened to give any youngsters a chance who, you know, if they're good enough.
No, Becky was here today with Mark Curzon as well. They've done a fantastic job, and so the boys, I don't want to get too despondent. I need a pathway, because this is what a football club's all about. They have to have a pathway into the first team, and that will happen here.
And in terms of scoring goals, is that still I know you've got 2 today,
Yeah.
but does that still remain a little bit of a concern that you may not score enough goals?
Yes, I mean it's an area that we're looking at. We're always going to, but there's, like I say, I don't want to fill the team up with loans, because it's not fair on the boys that we've got here, and I want to give them a fair chance of showing what they're all about.
Okay.
And just in that first half, I think the work rate that the boys put in was something I've not seen this season. What did you say to them before coming out?
No, it's them. They took it on board, and then they produced it. And that's what we've heard. We wanted to play with energy. I want a side that's always energetic, full of play on the front foot, and they've done that today. There's going to be times, because we only train once a week at the moment, that their energy levels will drop. There'll be periods in the game, but I thought they kept their front foot very, very well.
I spoke to the chairman just briefly afterwards. He said we need a striker or 2. Would you concur?
Well, yeah, always on the lookout. But like I said previously, well, there's strikers out there. There is. I mean, this is where the scouting system will come into play, because we're going to be out there. We're going to look at everyone. We've got a few targets already in place, and we'll go out and watch these as the season progresses. But I want to give everyone a chance first, and then we can assess it at the end of the season.
You said, I know the first time when you were here, you sort of said there's a good nucleus of the squad. Has that changed? What kind of clearer picture have you got since then?
Well, no, there's been a few that's left. Lee Smith being the latest one. He's left the football club. But we've got Keegan coming in, so that covers that energy. He brings good energy. You saw him today. He's got good legs, mobility in there, and that's the type of players that we need at this football club. Young, hungry, mobile players that are going to play very, always on the front foot and very dynamic.
And we saw Ryan Hawkins here today. He was sort of running up and down the stairs,
Fantastic, yeah.
And that's got to be a positive. Hopefully, he'll be back on the pitch before the end of the season, which
Yes.
perhaps we weren't thinking of.
Yeah, no, I think he's about 3 weeks away, which is great for the squad and the team. Then we got Connor Marshall, he's coming back, and then we got Matt Castillion as well. That's probably towards the end of next year, the start of next year. Sorry, three new signings really for the team. It'd be fantastic, but we just got to keep improving the squad as much as we can and give these young kids a chance of playing.
Yeah,
Okay.
thanks very much.